So, I mean, I know it's a little harder to talk about matchups. We're still early into the game, but Roy is definitely that rushdown archetype. You know, he's like a rushdown sortie, right? Just like Prom. So I feel like Goblin will be able to get up into MVD's face, not let him set up too hard with these grenades. And I wonder if Goblin has any experience with the Snake matchup.
And here we have my favorite and MVD's favorite stage, Lilac Cruise for the first game. Dangerous play by Goblin, letting him strike here. But it's working out for him so far. Barely touched, only 11%. We're going to see this chase down begin. Like you were saying, Korean, Roy, very rushdown oriented character. Snake, quite the opposite, wants to keep you away at all costs. We'll see if the speed Roy has, both on the ground and in the air, is able to get him in there, or if we'll see MVD just keep walling him out.
Ooh, wow, I like the up smash. He took the grenade, but still really, really worth it. And it's so interesting when you're fighting against Snake, because not only do you have to navigate through all the grenades, but you also have to worry about like certain situations where you hit him and grab the grenade as well, because you can't do another follow-up, because the next time you do an A button, you'll throw it. And wow, that forward smash from Goblin going to take MVD's first stock.
Yeah, that was blindingly fast. I mean, it was only a minute, but still.
Against a Snake.
Against a Snake, that's fast.
Yeah, Snake, a very, very heavy character. And that's another reason why I think Roy could be very good like in this pick instead of Crom. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay. Slapping the Nikita, but does not matter. Comes back at it again.
Yeah, these difficult ledges on Lilac, plus the general volatility of Roy's up B. It's tough to snap. We'll see what MVD has.
Man.
Oh, my God.
Barely avoiding all those explosives coming up onto the ledge there.
Yeah, MVD dropping his whole moveset right there.
Oh man, he tried to hit that Nikita so many different ways, but it still didn't matter, man. That move is so strong, especially on this patch.
Yeah, that's true. Enjoy it while it lasts, MVD. You were one day away from this not being the software we were going to play on.
Now MVD, he's mixing up the dash attack as well. That's the one thing I like about these top-level Snakes. You know, he is a setup character, but they know when to go in and out with the character, when to switch up the offense and the defense. Speaking of offense, man, Goblin is still smacking up MVD, and that's going to be the double-edged dance. Wow.
Definitely dancing on him right now. And Goblin maintaining a pretty solid lead. MVD's been really good about managing his trades, but when Goblin takes advantage, the advantage position, it gets pretty crazy. We see that C4 stuck to him for a hot minute.
Yeah, it was glowing red. I was like, I know his coat's red, but I don't think it's that red.
He is the fire boy, man.
Okay, back. One thing about this matchup is going to be really hard is, you know, these, wow, he used the super armor to go through the grenade on the grounded up B. Really smart stuff from Goblin. And it's just, it can be so hard for Snake to, wow, defuse this pressure, but just like that, MVD takes that second stock.
Yeah, I was going to say this lead dissipating for Goblin over time, but MVD really sealing it out there with the C4 detonation, caught that roll. Don't know if Goblin was just unaware of it. Maybe he made an input error, got that buffered roll that has cursed so many players.
Yeah. And, man, right now, Goblin still weaving and dipping and diving, but right now I feel like MVD has started to catch on to how he wants to approach through this tri-platform layout.
Yeah, normally this is great for sorties, right? But MVD making a case for this being one of Snake's stronger stages. Obviously a stage he's very fond of on a personal level too. So this comfort pick working out pretty well for him, but still, Goblin making sure to keep it close.
Yeah, and I like that Goblin is going for this stock at 70 to 80%. You are Roy. So the fact that you have that immense kill power, especially if you hit the hilt of your sword, that's really key to go for. But right now, MVD already has him up to 120%.
MVD just looking to close it out. Goes straight up to him with that up tilt.
Oh, what a footstool. Wow, that got MVD so much stage and so much time to set up all these explosives. The C4 is also down towards the middle of the stage. MVD lurking for this kill, setting it up.
You can start to see Goblin's patience dissipating here as well. Looking like he just wants to hit this man. Oh, okay, yeah. I love how he circles it around to try to cover neutral getup, but just didn't have the spacing that time.
Oh, the forward tilt? Okay, just forward throw. Wow. Oh, he's so far. What?
Oh, yeah, repeatedly clanking out the Nikita. That's the best way to deal with it, but only turns the hitbox off for a short time.
Yes.
So we see MVD just persisting with it, keeping it right in Goblin's zone, and then driving it right into him for the kill and for the first game. That was such a turnaround, too. MVD was getting a little bit cooked at the beginning, but you know what? He kept his head on straight, kept laying his traps properly, and he was able to put Goblin in some pretty bad situations, also force him to detonate a lot of the grenades. Toward the end, you saw Goblin just almost desperate for that last KO, but unable to land it with a lot of grenades in his face.
Yeah, it was just so hard because he he wanted to hit MVD, but the way MVD was just setting up the shot, it was just so difficult. And even for him to navigate for the grab was really difficult. And these offstage Nikitas, man, they're doing so much work. And, you know, shouts to Goblin. Most Roy players would have got decimated, like, time and time again. But I feel like these top-level Roy players and Chrom players, what set them apart is their recovery. They're so smart with their recovery, and that's where these characters really fall short in the meta.
We see MVD getting the sticky while Goblin was shielding on the platform. Not sure where the C4 has ended up now. Oh, is it still on Roy?
I think it's on his head, yeah. Is it? No, he definitely would have detonated if it was...
Yeah, it falls off after a while, too. So maybe it just fell off on... Oh, no, it was definitely still on Roy. Okay, it just blends in with his hair so well. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't see a transfer. I don't see it anywhere on
his hair is red, too.
Yeah. He could just never know. He could be looking in the mirror, like, fixing his hair. Gonna be a great day here in Town and City until you explode. But fortunately for Goblin, he blocked that one. Still down a stock, but the chase down off stage is where it gets extra hard for Snake. MVD finding a way to slip through, get the stage back. Had poor stage control for a second, but now that he's back in the center, I don't think he's too intimidated by that percent. Grenade helping him out too, getting a higher recovery angle. Yeah,
that was really, really smart. Goblin's still on the hunt down here. And man, that Nair 1 conversion was so clean, but still was not enough. Snake is a very, very heavy man.
He is, and he's not nearly the weight he was in Brawl either, so he's still got some pretty good survival.
Oh, yeah. And you know what's surprisingly good about Snake, too, is his aerials. Oh, dang. All right, MVD. I don't know if that was an input error or you definitely trying to style on this man with the bazooka. All right.
Goblin finally tying the knot on that stock. Up throw at 200, man.
Yeah, and he needed the platform extension, too. I mean,
probably.
Yeah, because Town and City is higher ceiling now, so, I mean, he might have lived on the ground, too. So, really good stuff from Goblin. Instilling the fear and getting the grab there. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, almost gets that offstage situation, which is, like, what you want against Snake. You know, low percent, like, throw him off of the stage really low, try to get that double jump cypher really early, but MVD avoiding that situation, and there's the dash tag. Did you know his hands and his head are intangible during that dash tag? That's so wild.
It's the same in Brawl, too, and that's really what is Snake's saving grace against these sword characters, right? They're always going to be jumping around, trying to pressure you with aerials, and the dash tag's such a great answer to that.
Yeah.
Also because he contorts his hurt box so low to the ground.
Yes.
It's a great way to just break the zone that even a sword character could set up.
Yeah, and even like just getting out of the corner, sometimes it can cross up shield as well. Just like an overall, just really great move.
Goblin building this one back, though. It was kind of ugly for him at the start, but now it's extra ugly, getting his whole face messed up from that one. Jesus.
he had to kick him too? He had to kick him too?
While he's down?
The drop kick, man. Oh, dude. No matter what, Snake's moves are just hype. If you look at all their moves, they're like either troll or hype.
I love Snake's moves, man.
Snake is such a cool character in this game.
Really is. Oh, and he's got that grenade in hand. Yeah, MVD aware of it. We're going to see the mortar come down, and this man is just painting a picture with that Nikita at this point.
He's already at 100%. What happened, Max? What happened to Goblin? Jesus.
Just a couple explosions are known to do a lot of damage.
It's just crazy. I feel like Goblin has the edge at the beginning of these games, but then MVD always like just massively clutches it out in this last stock.
Yeah, just showing that Roy's mobility is really no concern to him, especially because when the hitboxes stay out from his sword, that just means it's going to detonate a grenade nearby.
Exactly. Another thing about these sword characters too, it's like it's so hard to not hit the grenade when Snake pulls it, and there it is, the classic down throw up tilt.
The new classic.
Yeah. It's funny too because even if you get a down throw by the edge and they're at like 140, 150, you go right into F tilt and they die too. It's such a strong thing, and that's something we didn't really see in Brawl. You didn't have like a guaranteed kill off the down throw. Usually you just would, the players would just be good enough to tech chase and react. But now it's even easier.
Yeah, I guess it's to make up for the fact that you can't re-grab after the tech chase in this game because of the grab invincibility window. So we'll see MVD adjusting to all of these things just fine in the first 4 months of Ultimate now, 4.5.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to be holding this man back. Today's actually, by the way, exactly 4.5 months of Ultimate because it came out December 7th, so it's 14 days and 4 months.
So let's go Ultimate, man. And it's just crazy because the game is so young, yet we see all these players doing so much crazy things with this game. I can't wait for the meta to just evolve. I feel like it has so much more room to grow.
It really does. We have no idea what we're doing at this point.
Yeah.
And we're still making it look good. So props to all these players continually pushing the meta for their characters, and Goblin and MVD definitely at the forefront of both Roy and Snake.
All right, so now MVD up 2-0, and it's just crazy because if you watch the first 2 games, you wouldn't feel like it's really a 2-0 just because, you know, those first 2 games are so close.
Yeah, the numbers can be a bit misleading sometimes.
Yeah.
Even if Goblin doesn't get a game, it seems like he is fully capable of keeping it real close to MVD throughout a set. And not the trade you want to take. Snake just so hard to challenge from above, and that's, again, really difficult for these sword characters. They're very aerial-based to get their pressure going. And you had nowhere to go, man.
He actually had nowhere to go.
You could have gone left, but that was it.
Dude, that was MVD laying up all these traps, man, and it's just where does Goblin go at this point? And MVD even using the grenades to move himself in this disadvantaged state. Man, he is so good with this character.
And MVD not afraid to swing on you either, right?
Yes, exactly. I think that's what makes, like, you know, separates the good from the great snakes, you know. I'm not afraid to dash attack you. I'm not afraid to go up and bury you in the face. And, like, they're not, like, the safest options, but the fact that they'll do it, you have to respect that, too.
Yeah, making himself a threat at all ranges. Snake has some pretty good boxing tools, that jab being one of them, but unfortunately blows himself up on the grenade right after. Kind of makes that not really worth it at all.
Yes. And it's just funny because Snake definitely one of those. He's a very interesting archetype because he's a character that you actually want to trade with the opponent. You want to, like, kind of just go in and be like, yo, hit this grenade so we both get hit, because he's such a heavy tank. And, like, especially with a game with Rage. Oh, he got the stick and boom!
MVD is crazy.
He did not go for the guaranteed. He just waited, man. He wants to get in his head.
Yeah, I actually don't think that it would have been guaranteed off the forward throw to begin with, which is probably why he did that. Just flies too fast and might have been able to air dodge in time.
He might have just been too high a percent, so he's like has way less time.
There are so many levels to MVD's gameplay right now, man. And down tilt, another great move for slipping underneath the aerial pressure of these guys. It's not just dash attack. You've also got a safe poke to do the same thing.
Man, and MVD is making it so hard to approach. We see him setting the grenades in front, then putting up the motor behind. It's just like, it's where does Goblin go? And especially when, I feel like when Goblin doesn't have platforms to use to navigate around through all these explosives, it can be so...
Oh! The explosive that you probably forgot about. The RPG. Blows it up right in front of his face, and man, you saw there were grenades, there was a C4.
They were
everywhere. I think there might have been a mortar coming down too. I think there was.
You know what? There was a mortar.
MVD. All right. So
using
those first
every
2 games,
explosion in the book.
Yeah. Those first 2 games were mighty close.
Yes.
Goblin was very much in a position to take that.